said. "Bessie will be fixed before kids arrive." Thankfully, he sounded more confident than I felt. "How many kids are you expecting?"
22.
There was no way I heard that right. The last time we talked about the workshop, there were 5 kids registered with the possibility of a 6th. I'm sorry? How many?
22 little skate cadets,
he confirmed, like it was no big deal.
"Try the engine again, please."
I didn't move, frozen in place by the impossibility of single-handedly pointing 44 skates in the right direction and wiping 22 runny noses. "I thought you said there were going to be 6. He just laughed.
"The Lia Bailey. Turn the key, please."
Reluctantly, I did as I was told. From the sound of it, Bessie was just as reluctant as I was. Mr. Kozlov popped his head back out for a second.
"Don't you worry. Not 22 by yourself. You have a co-teacher."
It never failed to amaze me that Mr. Kozlov could memorize rink schedules and the past 100 years of hockey history, but couldn't remember to tell me things like the fact that I had a co-teacher for the workshop I thought I was teaching on my own. Who's teaching with me?
"Ah!
Mr. Kozlov sounded thrilled about whatever he'd just discovered under Bessie's hood.
Problem fixed. Try her again."
Who am I teaching with? Mackenzie? Mackenzie and I weren't close friends. We didn't have many classes together and only occasionally saw each other at the rink. But it might be fun teaching with her. If nothing else, she could handle 11 of the kids. Mr. Kozlov slammed Bessie's hood shut with a confidence that suggested whatever he'd done had solved the problem.
"Mackenzie's skates aren't dull enough,"
he said, as if that were an explanation.
"Not Mackenzie. Start Bessie's engine."
When I didn't do as he asked, he shooed me off the seat, back onto the ice where I came from.
"Your co-teacher is Pierce,"
he said. Then he started Bessie's engine, letting out an enthusiastic whoop as she purred to life. I blanched. Pierce. There was only one Pierce I knew. It couldn't be him. Under no circumstances could I spend the next 10 weeks teaching with the Pierce I knew. Wait, Pierce? Pierce Miller? I asked. But Bessie's engine was too loud, and Mr. Kozlov was already halfway down the rink, occasionally checking the ice behind him to make sure it was smooth. I struggled to remember the last time I'd been forced to interact with Pierce Miller. Since he advanced from Troy Preparatory Academy's hockey team to USA Hockey's national team development program, I'd seen a lot less of him. Less at the rink, because his new team practiced at an ice arena in Plymouth, a few cities over, and less at school because of his travel schedule with the team. And when I did see him, Pierce was very good at not giving me the time of day. The last interaction I had with him was at the rink shortly after he'd secured his place on the NTDP team. A gaggle of hockey players and their parents had stuck around after Pierce's practice to get his autograph. Everyone in the city of Troy knew Pierce was going to be the next big thing in hockey and teenage athlete celebrities. But when I walked into the rink for my practice while his crowd of adoring fans was walking out, Pierce must have thought I had been left behind.
"Oh, I missed one,"
he asked, Sharpie still in hand. He grabbed my water bottle, signed a signature too perfect to be anything other than practiced, and handed it back. When he smiled at me, he somehow managed to do it without even looking at me.
"Gotta run," he said, "but thanks for the support."
No acknowledgement that we'd shared the same ice rink for most of our lives. No recognition that we'd had 2 classes together freshman year. No noticing that I might be headed to practice of my own and just wanted something to drink. I tossed the water bottle in the trash and spent my practice annoyed and thirsty. After that, I did my best to stay away from Pierce, even if ignoring him completely was impossible. It wasn't enough that he was popular at school and the local ice arenas, but a few news outlets had grabbed hold of his YouTube